Welcome to day number 26. We are in the final stretch of our 31 Days to Splits challenge. I'm excited to get this last week started off really strong. So today we add a new pose. It is the frog pose. Manduka is the Sanskrit word for frog. So we're adding the Mandukasana today. So I'm going to show two different ways to do that pose. But before we get there, let's get right into our poses 1 through 5. So hands behind you, interlace the fingers, squeeze the shoulder blades, start to lift your heart. Feel the front body open, then soften the knees, hinge at the hips. We'll come into a forward fold. Roll the shoulders back. Begin to lift them away from the neck. Float your knuckles up to the sky, rooting down through your feet. Feel your tailbone lifting, your thigh bones pressing back, squeezing the shoulder blades, lengthening through the arms. Breathing, feeling, thanking yourself as always, every day for coming to your mat. Let's take one more full breath here. Good, then release the arms, allow them to float down. And then we'll roll up the spine. Stacking your vertebrae. Good. For some reason I thought the video didn't start, so by day 26 I should have figured this out, but every day is a new day. I'm a work in progress here. All right, so coming to your table, feel the shoulders pull back. Let's send the right leg back behind us, draw the knee in, step your foot forward. Okay, framing that front foot. Lots of space between your heel and your left knee. The hips shifting, so the right hip shifts back as always. The left hip starts to press forward. Our shoulders are rolling back. The crown of the head is lengthening up to the sky. Keep that knee over top of your ankle. Nice, big, strong stretch here. Good, then let's sink the hips back, flex. Shifting your right hip back, left hip forward. Shoulders pull back, the heart reaches forward. Good, rooting down through your heel, kind of adjusting your hips, feeling them. Feeling the back of that right leg, and then we'll come forward. Curl the back toes under, lift the knee, slide the foot in, drop your heel, straightening your front leg, square up the hips, shoulders are over top of the wrists, the back of the neck is long, the heart is reaching forward. I'm shifting my right hip back as always, rooting down through the inner edge on my right foot. Good, breathing. Keep sending the left hip forward. Keep reaching the crown of your head towards the space in front of you. Good, soften your elbows. Tuck your chin, forehead to your knee. Lift your shoulders up away from your neck. Breathe. Good, little bend in that knee. Let's step it forward. Soften the knees. Roll up the spine. Arms reach out. Palms come to touch. Hands down to your heart. Good. Let's reach the arms up and fold. Good. From here, we'll step back into our table shape, and then left leg straight back, bring it in. footsteps between the hands, between the blocks, the hips square. Again, lots of space between my heel and my right knee. My hips are melting forward. My shoulders are pulling back. The heart is lifted. Good, breathing. Noticing sensations that arise in this pose, how it's feeling in your body. Good, day 26. Amazing. We've made it almost all the way through the month of March. Let's end strong here. Sink the hips back, flex your left foot. Again, the hips shift. My shoulders will pull back, the heart will reach forward. Driving down through the heel and then shifting my left hip back more. Really feel that opening in the left leg. Oh, wonderful. Good. Let's sink the hips forward, curl the back toes under, slide the foot in, drop the heel, shifting the hips. Feel the crown of your head again reach forward as the shoulders pull back, the front ribs lift. My right hip continues to shift towards the top of the mat, so squaring up. Breathing. And then soften the elbows, round the spine, forehead to your knee, shoulders lift. Your right hip continues to move forward, the left hip continues to move back. Shoulders come away from the neck, shoulder blades spread wide. Good, let's take another big breath here. And then soften. Step it forward once again to the top of the mat. I'm going to move my blocks out of the way and roll once again up the spine. Reach the arms out, palms touch, hands head down to my heart. Good. So coming right into our pose number 26, our frog pose, Mandukasana. I'm going to use a bolster for option 1 of this shape. And I'm going to turn this horizontally on my mat because I want my knees to be supported by the cushioning of my mat. So I'm going to come into a table pose over top of the bolster and then lay down. Now this is option 1. This is a supported version. I want to let your arms come out to a cactus arm shape. So shoulder is a direct line out to the elbow, a 90-degree angle bend in the elbows, and the forearms come down to the floor. My shoulders will pull back away from the neck, and then one leg at a time, I'm going to bring my leg out to the side in a frog shape. So my hip from my knee, as much of a straight line out as possible. Feet flexed. Now, once one leg is up, you can go ahead and bend the other. Now, you might notice that the knees need to be further down towards, away from your upper body because of the tightness in our hips. Totally and completely okay. We want to keep the feet flexed, legs at as much of a 90-degree angle as possible. And then with your body here, so I'm not looking forward here because I really want to create length in the back of my neck. I am pressing the sacrum, the tailbone, the base of my spine down towards the mat. So down into the bolster and then lengthening it towards my feet. So towards the other end. So lengthening the spine here, reaching through the crown of the head. Feel at the same time the pelvis begin to lift up. So we have a lengthening, a drawing down of the sacrum, and a lifting of the pelvis to create more grounding, more space. The neck is long, my shoulders pull back away. And this is your first option. So if you have a bolster at home, you can roll up a blanket in a very thick roll. Just something to allow you to be supported in this shape so you can really feel that opening of the hips. Now, option number 2. So to come out of this, I'm just going to straighten each leg, slide my hands back, and press up back into a table shape. Now that's option 1. Option 2, without the bolster. I'm going to start in my table once again, come down to my forearms, and then begin to spread the knees wide. Now, I'm going to let the inner edge of my feet come down to the floor. And from here, I'll begin that same sensation of drawing the tailbone down and lifting the pelvis, reaching the heart forward and pulling the shoulders back. So here we have option 2. So it's the less supported version, and we are attempting to create that length and space in the inner thigh, in the pelvis, in the groin. We're rooting down through the knees, through the shins, through the ankles, so you can start to press gently into those parts of the body, the knees, the inner portion of the shins, the inner edge of the feet, to create a little more lift. And then once you press into that space, drop the tailbone a little bit more. Pull the shoulders back, pull your front ribs up, holding here for as long as your body is able to hold this without clenching, without holding back. So try to let yourself feel as if you're able to release into this shape. And then when you are ready to come out, I'm just gonna slowly walk the hands up, bring the knees in, and then from here, to stretch it out, I'm gonna curl my toes under, lift the hips briefly for a downward facing dog, and then drop back to the knees. Maybe a child's pose would feel good, or else just go ahead and flip right around, roll to your back. So again, you have either option of that shape, and then we'll end on our back. So hugging your right knee in, extending the left leg long, reach your right leg up to the sky, relax your shoulders, good. Lengthening through your heel again, using a strap here as always, if that feels good for you. And breathing. Frog pose symbolizes rebirth. It symbolizes our body's ability to adapt and to change. As the frog changes, we too are able to change, to grow. Good, hug that knee in. And then same thing, left leg, hug it in. Extend long, send the right leg out. Lengthening through the left heel, shoulders relaxed. Good. Just breathing. And Again, holding those poses as long as feels good for you today. And then we'll slowly come out, rising up to your seated position. I'll bring my hands to my heart, thanking you once again for your commitment to this journey with me. And as always, the light within me shines with and honors the light within each of you. Namaste.